Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Sober School, where you can always find experience, strength, and hope. My name is Drew, and I am an alcoholic through and through. We want to welcome you here today to this platform, regardless of what your addiction may be. You are welcome here. We support your pathway to recovery. And whichever pathway it is that you choose, well, we are here to help, and we definitely want to make sure that it works for you. If you're watching us through our Recovery Classroom Facebook group page, our private group, we encourage you to share your own experience, strength, and hope, and your own words of wisdom. You never know who needs to hear what it is you might have to say, and it could just change someone's life, including your own. I do encourage you to follow those Facebook posting guidelines out there. When folks come here seeking experience, strength, and hope, we want to make sure that they find it rather than someone trying to find their Cash App tag or scam them out of money or find love. This is not a dating site. Go to another dating site. None of which we recommend at all. I want you to ask yourself a question and answer it honestly. Obviously, I'm not there. I can't hear you, so you can answer it honestly in your own head, in your own room where you're at. Were you successful? How successful have you been at managing, controlling your addiction? Can you control your alcoholism? Can you take that first drink and set it down and walk away and be done with it and just be good? Can you take that first hit? Can you use that drug just once and walk away from it? I know I couldn't. See, when folks would ask me that face to face, I'd always like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm good," as I'm staggering and falling over. I'd always lie. But when I got by myself, and it was just me and the squirrels in my head, I was able to answer that question honestly. No, I wasn't able to control my drinking. No, I wasn't able to take just one drink and be done with it. So I take that first drink, man. And it just started as a snowball. And that snowball kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it turned into an avalanche. I would go through 2 to 3 days within a 24-hour period. Sometimes 3 to 4 days within a 24-hour period. In other words, I'd wake up or I'd come to, I'd start drinking all over again until I passed out. And then a couple hours later, I'd come to, start drinking again until I passed out. I was literally going through anywhere from 3 to 4 days within a 24-hour period, before I finally realized that I can't control my drinking. And the other night in the crosstalk meeting, somebody dropped in this card here that said acceptance with the topic on it, and I love this whole concept. And I started thinking about it. For me, acceptance was accepting the fact that I had tried everything under this sun to control my drinking, to manage my drinking. I tried everything, and nothing worked at all. I couldn't control my drinking. No other human being on this planet could control my drinking. I was hopeless. I'd accepted that fact. And you may say to yourself, matter of fact, if you saw me face to face, maybe out in a grocery store or whatever, you may say, "Hey, Drew, you know what? You've spent the last month convincing me that I'm going to have these external challenges with myself. You spent the last month convincing me that I'm going to have internal challenges from certain folks within the rooms of and the Fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous. You've convinced me of the fact that I have a drinking problem or I have a drug addiction problem. You've convinced me of that. No question about it. But what good does that do me, Drew?" And that's a fair question to ask. See, when I accepted the fact that I couldn't control my drinking, when I accepted the fact that my life was unmanageable, when I accepted all that, I said, "Okay, you know what, Mr. Universe, whoever is out there controlling all the puppet strings, you win. I'm a drunk. I'm a drug addict. I can't control my life, and I sure as hell can't stop drinking." So okay, so now what? Sure, you win. I've accepted the fact I can't control my drinking. Well, yesterday I talked about Carl Jung and how he was explaining to Roland Hazard that vital spiritual experience, the phenomenon that he talks about, where people's ideas, emotions, and attitudes are changed. They're suddenly cast to one side, and new conceptions are acquired. And that's where, if you've accepted the fact that you're an alcoholic, if you've accepted the fact that you're a drug addict, that's not the end of the story. That's not the end of the story at all. Matter of fact, that's just when the story gets started. That's when the next chapter gets better, starts getting better. All right? That's when you get to start writing the rest of your story. You see, once we accept the fact that I can't drink or drug just like the average temperate, moderate drinker or drugger, once I accept that, then what? Well, I have to be willing to change my ideas, my emotions, and my attitudes. I have to be willing to cast those aside and start thinking a little bit more open-mindedly. I used to always say that I was a very open-minded individual until it came to God, spirituality. And let me be very clear, I am not talking about religion. I don't give two flips about religion. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about spirituality. I choose to call my higher power God. Where does that term higher power come from? Well, very simple. If I tried everything humanly possible on the face of this planet to control my drinking and nothing worked, if I can't control my drinking and no other human being can control my drinking for me, who can? The only entity that can control my drinking then would be a power greater than me, a power greater than you. Now, that's why we refer to it as a power greater than ourselves. All right, a power greater than ourselves, meaning my higher power. I choose to call my higher power God. You don't have to call yours God. And we're going to talk about this over the course of the next couple of days. But for right now, I want you to ask yourself, you were willing to accept the fact that you can't control your drinking, you can't control your drug use. You were so willing to accept that. And you know what? I'm proud of you for that. Let me be the first son of a bitch to tell you, I'm proud of you for that. That's a big, big step to take. You can't control your drinking or your drug use. But that's not the end of the story. A lot of people say, yeah, I've accepted it. I just can't. I'm just destined to failure. I'm just destined to die a drunk. Just destined to die a drug addict. No, you're not. No, you're not. There's a second chapter coming. And it's got to be up to you to be willing to start thinking about changing your ideas, emotions, and attitudes and adopting new conceptions. Just as the big book says, new conceptions. If you're willing to set aside those old ideas, attitudes, and emotions and adopt new conceptions, you're in the right place. You're in the right place because now we can start talking about that power greater than you and greater than me that can help you recover from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. So, with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up today, and we will continue this discussion tomorrow. Oh, I assure you. But ask yourself today, you were willing to accept the fact that you needed help. You were willing to accept the fact that you had a problem. You were willing to accept the fact that you couldn't control your drinking or drug use and that your life had become unmanageable. You accepted all of that. And again, you're in the right place. Congratulations. See, if I tried to go out and drink right now, man, I wouldn't be able to control it. I'd be right back in the same 6 and 7 I was before. Probably worse. I'm almost certain worse. All right. I still haven't learned how to control my drinking. That's why I don't drink anymore. Right. If you've accepted all that, congratulations. You are absolutely in the right place. Now it's time for us to flip that page and start writing our chapter 2 and start figuring out how we need to come to believe that a power greater than ourselves can restore us to sanity. With that being said, I'll let you guys go. I hope you guys have an absolutely kick-ass Monday, start of the week. I'm so excited. We've got some exciting news here coming up, and probably maybe even tomorrow, maybe able to announce it. I'm really super stoked, and I'm proud of myself that you didn't have to duct tape me to my chair this morning because I was so excited and I didn't show it. But yeah, we got some possibly exciting news that we'll be able to release starting tomorrow, maybe. I'll know more for sure tonight. In the meantime, guys, thank you guys, all of you who watch these morning monologues for allowing me to come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys, absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be any more appreciative. My family appreciates it too. this helps keep me living another day. So that being said, I'll let you guys go. If there's a topic you'd like to hear discussed, drop it in the Facebook Recovery Classroom group page, and we'll take a look at it, see what we can do. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.